What is up everyone, and we are back with another guide about PSO2 New Genesis. Today we're going to be talking about cooking in the game, as cooking is absolutely vital when you're playing this game, and if you aren't cooking and making those dishes, you are losing a lot of stats. Cooking dramatically changes stats to help you deal more damage, boost your survivability, and increase your utility. If you're also a premium user, you can get up to 10% rare drop rates, earn EXP, and Meseta earned. And if you don't want to pay for premium, check out the link in the description down below to learn how to get premium and AC absolutely for free. I got over $100 or so in the past year, 100% for free, and there are over 500 of you who also passively get premium or AC for free. So in order to cook, you can go to the food stand in Central City or any transportation or fast travel devices, those RACU devices. Click on Cook Quick Food and you have two choices. Select items and create or create from my recipes. Select items and create is your first choice when cooking because you haven't created any recipes yet. Here a menu will appear showing you everything you have gathered and that can be used for cooking. You get these materials or ingredients from picking up fruit off trees, finding them on the ground, or killing farm animals such as birds, seals, deer, cows, and bunnies. When you hover over your ingredients, you're going to see the stats that they can provide, such as damage resistance and reduced PP consumption. Don't get too caught up in selecting your ingredients right now because the stats can easily be identified by hovering over them or reading its name. For example, vegetables give you damage resistance, fruits boost your PP or photon points, seafood boosts your health, and meat boosts your potency or your damage. Then there's different types of quality that gives different stats. Light, crisp, robust, and rich, dictated by the item name such as light aleo meat or robust aleo lobster. Light quality boosts your PP recovery, crisp boosts weak point damage, so when you're attacking enemies at a weak point you deal additional damage. Robust quality increases your HP recovery, and rich reduces your PP consumption when you're using photon arts or techniques. So if you learn these key facts, you can easily filter through what ingredients you want to use and what effects you want. What is good about cooking is that you can make your own dish or stats that you want. Say you want pure damage, which most of us want. That is easy to cook. Damage or potency is added through all the meat products, so you need to start there. Then select the quality of meat you want, depending on the second stats you want. In this case, extra weak point damage, extra PP recovery, or reduce your PP consumption. All three of these choices are solid picks. It just depends on what effect helps you the most. If you want to mix and match your stats, you can pick meat for damage and then vegetables to reduce the damage you take. Remember, you can only pick 10 ingredients total when you cook, and in order to get the secondary quality stats, you need to use at least 4 of the same quality materials, and using more than 4 boosts your second stats even further. Say for example you're using 1 crisp aleo pear. Since it's a fruit, it increases your PP by 10. If you use 2, that gives you 12 PP, 3 boosts it to 13 PP. But when you put 4, it unlocks the secondary stat, which in this case, since the quality is crisp, it is weak point damage, plus 14 PP, and potency to weak damage, plus 1%. And when you use more than that, it increases the stats respectively. When you find the stats you want, click on confirm and a pop-up will appear telling you cooking will overwrite any current cooking stats. Select yes and the boost will be activated. If you finally found the perfect boost for you, you can select add recipe to save that recipe for future use. And the next time you try to cook something, instead of filtering through everything again, you can select create from my recipe and hover over your recipe to see the boost that it gives you, premium if you have it, and the items that's going to be used when you cook this recipe. So you might ask yourself, what is the best absolute dish to cook? Well, in my opinion, it is a balancing act. Do you want to focus on a pure double stat, which means using only 10 of the same ingredients, or still focus on that double stat but with the lower max double stat while giving you the most bang for your buck? And that is what I'm doing. Say for example you just want pure damage, so you put 10 of the same meat but consider the secondary quality effects such as light, crisp, robust, and rich. In my case, I want to reduce PP consumption, so I picked rich aleo meat as my main ingredient. So if I put 10, that's going to give me potency plus 10% and PP consumption minus 8%. But you get less stat per ingredient the more you add on, so I want to maximize my return on investment while reducing that diminishing returns. And you can do this by introducing different types of ingredients. Let's say for example we add a single serving of rich seafood while reducing our rich aleo meat to 9. This gives me potency plus 9.8%, HP plus 5%, and PP consumption minus 8%. So I exchanged 0.2% potency for an additional 5% HP. In my opinion, that is a very good trade-off. Remember, if you are going this route, it is best to try to match the quality if you have it, since if you use rich meat and rich seafood, they will boost the secondary attribute together, PP consumption, so you don't lose any stats. If you use rich alio meats and then you use a light seafood, the secondary stat PP consumption will lower down. We're only choosing one because of diminishing returns. Using one seafood gives you 5%, 2 gives you 7%, and 3 gives you 8%. So the initial serving boosts your stats the most, and that is what we want. We want to maximize our stats per ingredient. Then we can go even further by removing another rich alio meat and adding a fruit. A rich fruit. This gives us potency plus 9.6%, HP plus 5%, PP plus 10%, and since we are using a rich quality fruit, our PP consumption stays at negative 8%. And then again, we move another rich alio meat and add a rich vegetable. That gives us potency plus 9.2%, damage resistance plus 5%, HP plus 5%, PP plus 10, and since there are rich materials, PP consumption stays at negative 8%. We can go further and try to maximize our per stat calculation, but after this, it comes down to your preference. So I know a lot of you are going to say that's not the best dish, this is. Well, that is the beauty of cooking in the game and in real life. You are an artist and you can choose what dish fits you the most. But for me, and my pure damage focus, as well as its overall build, this is the best dish for me. Then add the same quality ingredients if you have them. If you don't have them, use the lowest quality ingredient because those are easier to find. 1 vegetable for 5% damage resist, 1 fruit for 10 PP, and 1 seafood for 5% HP. And make your dish. Remember to name your recipe to add some fun onto it. This for me is going to be called my house special. Comes with 16 ounces of ribeye cooked to your liking, 1 baked potato loaded with butter, cheese, and seasoning, 1 fruit of your choosing, and 1 huge lobster tail. And if you found a perfect recipe, feel free to post it in the comments down below. And that's it for this video. If you like this video and it helps you out, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you all for tuning in and listening, and until next time.